So I went to college. I went to college for originally computer science, and I had two minors, graphic design and math. Ended up, I didn't go to the best school for computer science, so I ended up switching my major and one of my minors around. So I ended up majoring in math, so my degree is in math, and then I have two minors, graphic design and computer science. So when I switched to math, originally I wanted to go into finance. So of course I'm applying to all these finance jobs. First off, I switched second semester my junior year. Definitely not ideal. I do not recommend that. If anyone is in college, please don't do that. Like, that is not, it's not a good idea. It's not. Like, no, don't do that. If you're going to switch, do it early. So I'm applying to all these finance jobs, and I'm running into the same problem where they're like, we need you to have a finance degree, not just a general math degree. So I'm like, well, what the heck am I going to do, right? So I ended up becoming a teacher, which was all good because when I was younger, like when I was a kid, if you asked me what I wanted to be, it was a teacher. I ended up being a teacher, and I was a high school math teacher. I loved it. It got to the point, though, because I was teaching before the pandemic, and then when the pandemic hit, it was just a whole different kind of ballgame. Like, it was, oh my gosh, it was crazy. So I was a teacher for 2 years. When I became a teacher, I knew that wasn't what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So it was kind of like a stepping stone, but I didn't really know what I was going to end up doing. So I was just teaching until I found that thing, right? It was comfortable. I made good money. So I was just there until I figured it out, right? So fast forward to the pandemic, right? The pandemic hits, and I am at home teaching now. And being at home teaching is a completely different, it's just not it. Like, I just don't like it. Like, I like being in the classroom, right? I'm at home with just me and my husband, and the pandemic hits. We're stuck in the house, nothing to do, right? And at this time, nobody really knew how the whole online virtual school was going to go because nobody was expecting it. So we're kind of just like uploading stuff, and then we have like a lot of free time, right? Like, that's when teachers, we just didn't really know what to do. But yeah, I had a lot of time on my hands, and I started scrolling on Facebook like everybody else because nobody had time to do anything, right? And I came across this lady, and she was dropping these cube things in the water, and rings were coming out, and I was kind of interested, but I was like, is this like what am I watching? Like, I was confused, but I was hooked on it, right? So I got hooked, started ordering, fell in love. Oh my goodness. Like, I would send it to everybody. I would send it to my mom. I would show my husband, even though he didn't really care. Like, I would send it to everybody. Like, please come on here and watch this with me. Like, yes, that's how I was addicted. So it got to the point where I was like, I feel like I can do this. You know, like, this is something that I feel like I could do. And mind you guys, you may not believe, but I'm an introvert, okay? Like, I like staying at home. I like being by myself. I like, I just like my own time, right? But this has really brought out, I guess you could say, like, my personality. Because I was also a cheerleader, so there was that personality in there. But I think this has brought it out for, like, the masses to see, right? So I talked to my husband one day, and I said, you know what? I think I want to do this. And he was like, if you're not going to lose anything, then why not give it a shot, right? And I was like, okay. So April 30th of 2020, I signed up, and I have been here ever since. It is almost 2 years, guys. I have been here ever since. And I have built, like, the most amazing Fizz fam. Like, when I tell you guys, y'all are family, y'all are literally family. Like, literally family. So yes, I signed up April 2020, and it's kind of crazy because you guys have seen me, like, when I signed up, I was engaged. You guys saw me get married. You saw me have my first child. Like, you have seen me move. Like, it's been crazy. Like, y'all have been here for the ride. It's been crazy. But yeah, so then fast forward, I was teaching, and the 2020 to 2021 school year I also taught, which was also virtual, and it ended up being half virtual and half in person, but I couldn't go in person because I was pregnant. So because of like the whole medical type thing with COVID and being pregnant and all that stuff, I was still teaching at home, and it was literally, when I tell y'all, it was the most draining thing ever. Like, it was draining. It was messing with like my mental state. Like, I was not, like, I just was not okay. Like, it was too much. And like at the same time I was pregnant, and I also had a lot going on with family. So I was just like, I need something different. Like, I can't do this. So I finished out that school year, and I talked with my husband, and I was like, I think I want to do Bomb Party full time. And basically he put me on kind of like a little trial. So we took a whole month where I literally just lived. I didn't live off my teacher salary. I just lived off of my Bomb Party income to see if I would be able to make ends meet, right? And your girl did, right? So June of 2021, this became my full-time job. And I literally love it. Like, I am the happiest I have ever been in my life. Like, y'all have no idea. Teaching from home it was crazy. Like, it literally took everything. But now I'm here. My beautiful son is here. And, like, I'm telling y'all, it is the best thing ever. So if you are contemplating, even if it is not the right time for you and you just want to get some more information, or you just want to kind of talk about if it's a right fit, if it's not a right fit, let me know. We can talk about it. If it's not a right fit for you, then it's not a right fit for you. Of course, it's not for everybody, you know. But I would be more than happy to talk to you guys. More than willing to answer any questions that you guys have. I am a complete open book. But yeah, that's a little bit about my story. I've been here ever since. I don't plan on leaving. So yeah, it's been amazing. I get a little emotional thinking about it because it's like, I don't know, like, I kind of always knew I was meant for like a higher purpose kind of thing, but I never knew, like, I never in a million years would have thought that I would be fulfilling that purpose through something like this. Like, I feel like I'm meant to be here to like inspire people and to lift people up when they're down, and just to be like a good vibe, like a positive vibe for people, right? Just somewhere you can come relax, chill, like, I'm here for you kind of thing. You know, a bling therapy, you know. Shameless plug. Is that what it's called? Shameless plug. But I always felt like I was kind of meant for that. So the fact that I can do it through this is kind of just like unbelievable. But it is like amazing. The best job, most fun job ever. So yeah, that's a little bit about my story.